Hi guys, welcome to Classic Sitcoms, Facts and Trivia. Appreciate you being here. If you have not yet, please subscribe. Please share these out. Today we're going to have a little bit of fun. Something a little bit different. Now some of you will think, oh, this is too campy, Bob. This is a terrible show. I disagree. It was cute. And it's some things you may not know about this TV series, Batman. Let's check it out. To accomplish Penguin's famous squawking sound, Burgess Meredith opted to smoke cigarettes. They irritated his voice, giving it the unusual effect. It's important to note that before getting the role, he didn't smoke for 20 years. Penguin walk is also something that fans of the 60s Batman series are familiar with. Meredith improvised the waddling part because the fat suit he was wearing actually made him walk like that. It was produced a rubberish sound in his saunter movement. Cesar Romero came up with his iconic Joker laugh almost by accident. While he waited for the producers to discuss the part, he managed to get his eyes on the concept art for Joker's costume. He found the sketches and images of the costume very absurd and spontaneously made that recognizable silly noise, high-pitched manic laugh. Producers overheard his laughter and were so fascinated that they decided to make it the character's trademark, telling Romero, "That's it. That's your Joker laugh." The set was dangerous. In one interview, Burt Ward, who played Robin, said the acting in the show wasn't an easy task to accomplish. He was severely injured several times while filming scenes that included pyrotechnics. On some occasions, his skin was burned and his body hurt with sharp objects. All of this was the result of bad scene organization and badly managed pyrotechnics. Ward also had bad luck driving the Batmobile as he fell out of the car during one high-speed turn and got seriously injured. Since Otto Preminger's grandchildren were big fans of the Batman series, they decided to keep him locked out of the house until he accepted the role of Mr. Freeze. Several other actors got into the series thanks to their families, including Eli Wallach and Tallulah Bankhead. Julia Newmar's appearance on Batman also was family ties, as her brother's friends urged her to accept the part. Frank Gorshin, who played the Riddler, didn't like the skin-tight green jumpsuit that he had to wear for the part. He was so vocal in his disagreement that he ended up convincing the producers to make some alterations of the original costume. This resulted in the famous green grass collar suit with question marks printed all over it. The outfit became so popular and recognizable that it ended up being incorporated in the Batman comics and eventually became a standard look for the character. There was a second Riddler. After a contract dispute with the producers, Frank Gorshin missed one episode of the show. Following that event, Gorshin ended up being replaced by John Astin, who you might remember as Gomez Addams of the Addams Family. He took over the part of the Riddler. In fact, the episode The Puzzles Are Coming was originally written to feature the Riddler, but the character ended up being replaced by another villain called the Puzzler. Gorshin did return in the series towards the end, appearing as Riddler in one episode in the final season. In one of his interviews, Bob Kane, the creator of Batman, highlighted the importance of his show. According to him, the show saved the Batman comic book series, bringing the character to the spotlight and reviving its popularity. Even though the television series saved Batman in a way, true comic book fans couldn't stand the show. Many of them argued that it's not even comparable to the comics and that the story is complete nonsense. Following the cancellation of the show, the comics ended up getting a bit darker as an answer to the Batman TV series' lighthearted approach. Alan Napier, who played Alfred, before getting to the audition for the show, had no clue who Batman even was. He never heard of the character and didn't even take the casting that seriously. Truth is when the producers offered him the part of Batman's butler, he was a skeptic, and he even considered not accepting. The story and idea seemed funny and ridiculous to him. Luckily, after Napier's agent showed him the income that the role would get him, he changed his mind immediately. On one occasion, Batgirl actress Yvonne Craig proudly said that while filming the series, she did most of the stunts herself. She relied on stunt double for very complicated and dangerous scenes, but she did most of the acrobatic moves on her own. She also operated the Batgirl cycle without anyone's help, as she was a very experienced biker. It also helped that she owned a bike, enabling her to practice whenever she wanted. And let's do one more. I have several here. Let me pick up a good one here. Actress Carolyn Jones, who appeared on the show 5 times, playing the villain Marcia, who was also known as the Queen of Diamonds. The character had a very recognizable signature line, which she would say every time she entered a scene: "Relax and worship me." Jones found the line very funny and legendary, so she started to use it in her private life. Every time she would see her friends, she would use the line as a gag. That's just a few of what I've got. So I may do a part 2 at some time if this gets enough use and enough likes. It was a really good family show, and it was campy, as was meant to be campy. It started out being serious, but then they figured they could not compete with Superman, with George Reeves, because he did such a great job of it. So they switched it up and made it campy. And I'll tell you, I'm a Marvel guy and I'm a DC guy of these movies they do now. I like them a lot. But I got a friend who watches these things, Jeff Myers. Hi, Jeff. Who would prefer to watch this Batman series over any of it. So there are people out there who really like it, and for different reasons. But I just think it's a good family show. That's all I got for you. Don't forget the Beverly Hillbillies facts and trivia. Almost there to that 1,000 subscriber mark. And have a great day. God bless, and I'll be praying for you.